Well, at the beginning, Jack is like on the top of his ship that's sinking, and then he gets on the deck thingy, and the one dude's like, "You can't do this. Where are you? Like, who are you? Where are you from?" And everything. He's like, "I am Smith," and I'm like, I don't know who Smith is, but it's not him. And so then he like takes this coin pouch thingy and gets some coins, and then there's like a bunch of soldiers in the square. I don't think it's a square, but it's kind of a square. And they're like marching and stuff, and then Jack Sparrow is like, "Ooh, I'm gonna go get this ship." And so he goes over to the ship, and there's these two guards that are guarding it, and they're buffoons. And they're just like, and then they get in an argument, and then Jack gets on the boat, but then they're like, "Oh no, you don't." And so then somehow, they're on the boat, and then while this is going on, Elizabeth is all like talking to this one dude, and the one dude's like, "Yo, you should marry me," and she's like, "I can't breathe," and then she falls off of the I don't know what it is, a big thingy, and then she falls, and then oh no, like this she's not a princess, but this girl just fell in the water, and so everybody's like, "Ah!" And so then Jack saves her, and they're like, "Oh no, he's a pirate. He just saved her. We gotta hang him." And then she's like, "No. And so then he ends up escaping. And then, but when she fell in the water, she has this medallion thingy around her neck. And when it hits the water, it sends out like this signal, and it's like, whee! And then it's probably like a signal thingy, and then the Black Pearl comes, and they're like, "Oh, we want that necklace thingy." And at this point, Jack's in jail, and so they could set Jack free, but then they don't, which is kind of mean. What happens after that? Will Turner, yes. Oh gosh, what's her name again? I literally just said her name. What's her name? Elizabeth? Yes, Elizabeth! Yeah, she saved Will at the very beginning, like of the movie also, because there was like this big flashback thingy, when they were like really little, and so she stole the thingy from him, and it turns out that Will's dad is this pirate dude that everybody's like, "Oh my goodness," and he's connected to the medallion thingies, and he has like this weird name, and it talks about like two boots or whatever, like, well, I would hope that you had two boots, because if you only had one, then your shoe is like, you're not wearing a shoe. But anyway, so the town is like under attack of the Black Pearl people, and then how does Jack get out again? So the prisoners got out because there was this big old hole blown in the side, but Jack didn't get out because the hole wasn't big enough, and so he didn't get out then. Oh right, so the Black Pearl people took Elizabeth because they're like, "Oh my gosh, she has a medallion thingy." So they took her, and Will is like, "No, I'm in love with this girl. I gotta go save her." And so he knew that like Jack knows about everything, and so he let Jack free. And then they got on the boat that Jack was trying to steal at the beginning, and he like, I don't know where, these people just came out of nowhere. He's like, "Oh, come here, my fellow pirates." And so then they all get on this boat and sail off to try and find Elizabeth. And on the Black Pearl, Elizabeth is being held captive, and she's talking to Barbossa, and she's like, "Oh, you can't kill me because of I don't know what it's called, the P word?
Parlay?
Parlay, that's it! Parlay! She's like, you can't kill me because of parlay, and I don't know what that means, but apparently they do. And then it's referenced later on in the movie too, and I'm like, why? What is parlay? Like, pardon moi? I don't know what parlay is. But anyway, so they don't kill her because of the parlay. Kind of sounds like parfait, yeah. So they don't kill her. And then the moon comes out, and then they all turn into skeleton people, and she's like, ah, where am I? This is weird. Yeah. And so then Jack and his crew, they're trying to find the Black Pearl, and Jack wants the Black Pearl because he used to be the captain of the Black Pearl, but then they ditched him on an island for some reason. I don't know why, but they did. And so he was on this island, and he was like, and he led everybody to think that he was drunk. Well, no. Well, maybe. I don't know. But it's Jack. He's always drunk. But anyway, so he was on this island for like ever, like 3 days. That's a long time. And he was like, how am I gonna get off this island? All I have is a gun and 1 bullet. And so there were like these, I don't even know, like, I think he called them rum runners, whatever that is. These people looking for rum and they're on the run, I don't know. But, so they're looking, and they find this island where they're like stashing all their rum or something, and they find Jack, and then Jack like hitches a ride or whatever. So yeah, that's why, yeah, he used to be the captain, but then all that happened. So yeah, and then his first mate, first person, whatever, Barbossa took over, and now everybody hates him, and he hates all of them, and all that stuff. So yeah, and so then, so they're trying. So he wants the Black Pearl back. But they're like, oh, no, you don't, nope, it's ours, and everything. And so then they get to this cave place, and this is where, like, everybody finally meets up and everything. And so, Barbossa needs the blood of a, what was his name, Will Turner? So he needs... Turner, yeah, he needs a blood of a Turner because he's the one that made the curse with the coins to like undo the curse, and the curse is them turning into skeletons at night or whatever. And so he's like, okay, Elizabeth, I'm gonna cut your hand. I don't know why he didn't just kill her, like, for real. Like, you need the blood, and I know you're a pirate, so you don't care, so why don't you just kill her? But at the same time, she got this parlay thing going on. So they don't kill her, they just, like, slice her hand open, so that must have hurt, and then get that blood and put it on the coin and everything, but it doesn't work, and he's like, why isn't it working, and everything, and they figure out, oh no, she's not a Turner, and he, like, slaps her or whatever, which is really harsh, but whatever, and then she falls down and everything, and then Willow's like, I gotcha, and then they, like, escape or whatever, and Jack is, like, trying to, I don't even understand what, I don't even know. Jack is like, I'm gonna get my ship back. And so he is like talking to the crew and everything when Elizabeth is getting away with Will. And then I don't remember how they got split up. How did they get split up? But somehow or another, Elizabeth and Jack ended up on the same island and everything, and so they're like on this island, and she's like, well, you can just get us off of this island the way you got off the first time, and he's like, well, actually, and then all the truth came out and everything, and she's like, oh my gosh, yeah. And so then there was like all that hidden rum and everything, and so they were drinking that and everything. And then when Jack woke up the next morning on the boat, not on the boat, when he woke up on the island, she was burning the rum, and he's like, why are you burning the rum? And she's like, because rum does bad things to good people. And he's like, but why? And so, yeah. And so then the Dauntless, I think, is the name of the ship for the British people. And so they came and saved her and everything. and got Jack, and then got off of the island. And she was like, oh, right, wait. I think Jack got off on the boat with them. Yes, he did. But then, somehow, wait, what? Oh, I'm getting all confused. Okay, so near the end, Jack is fighting Barbossa, and Will is there, and he's fighting them too. And is that when she's on the boat with her dad and all them? But that doesn't make any sense. Really? But then, okay, so if she got off the island with her peeps, but Jack didn't go with them.
No, he went with them. They picked him up when they picked her up.
Okay, but then where did he go? Did they try to hang him again? No, that's later.
That's later, yes.
Yeah. So how did, I don't remember. Cause I remember she escaped the boat. She was like, ooh, I'm out of here, when her dad was trying to be all apologetic and everything. She's like, I ain't hearing it. And then she crawls out the back window. But then where's Jack and all that?
In the cave.
Okay, well then when does he get off the boat?
They let him go and get the pirates out so they can ambush them.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, okay. So they go back to the cave, and Jack gets off, and he's like, okay, now I'm gonna get my ship and everything. And her dad is like at the door, like apologizing and everything, and she's all like, psh. And so she gets off the boat, and then she goes off of her dad's boat, and then she goes to the boat that has all of Jack's people on it and everything, not the bad people who kicked him off and made him go to the island, but the good ones like Will, and then the one dude with the funny looking beard. What's his name?
Talking about Gibbs?
Gibbs! Yes, Gibbs! Yeah, so she went to that boat. And she was all like, come on, guys. They're like, oh, well, at first they were like, oh, Elizabeth, and everything. And then she's like, come on, guys, come help me get them and everything. And they're like, I ain't doing that. And so she went alone. And so Barbossa is trying to kill Jack and everything. And we already know that Barbossa is the skeleton dude. And then he, like, I don't remember. Does he? No, I think he stabs him. Doesn't he stab him? Yeah, Barbossa stabs Jack, and Jack is all, and everything, and then he steps into the moonlight, and then he turns into a skeleton, and everybody's like, I didn't know Jack was a skeleton too. Like, I guess, like, it kind of makes sense, because technically he's the captain of the Black Pearl, and all the people on the Black Pearl have this weird curse. So that makes sense, but at the same time it doesn't make sense. I mean, I don't really know when the curse was, like, implanted upon them. Because if it happened when he was still the captain, then you would think that Barbossa would know that Jack was a skeleton dude, because he acted pretty surprised. And like literally, if y'all are both skeleton people, why are you fighting each other? Nobody's gonna win, because nobody's gonna die, like, for real. So, Will slices his own hand and puts his hand on the metal thingy, and then Jack is like stabbing Barbossa and everything, only he shoots him, yeah. And then they're like, this is it's not working and everything. And so you're not gonna kill me because I'm immortal or whatever, because he's that skeleton thing. And then Will is like, psh, you thought, and then drops the coin with the rest of the coin, and then he dies. And then, so then they're like, yay, and everything, about all this is going on. The crew is invading the British people's ship, and not Jack's ship, right? No, they are on Jack's ship? They're not on Jack's ship. That's what I said. So they're just invading the British, and instead of, the British are coming, it's the ghost people are coming. They're not ghosts, but you know what I mean. And they're doing that, and they're all fighting to the death and everything, even though the crew can't die because they're these weird skeleton people. But then Will does the thingy, and then all of a sudden they're not ghost people anymore, or skeleton people anymore, and then poof, like, oh my gosh, now they're all surrendering and everything. And so then, I don't know how they get away, because, I don't know. But anyway, Jack, he's like about to be hanged, or hung, or whatever. And then everybody's like, oh my goodness, Jack's about to be hung. I mean, all the civilian people that are like British are like, kill him, he's a pirate. But then Will is like, oh no you don't. And so then he saves him. And then the parrot's like flying around and everything's like, wah! And everything, and like talking, because that one dude's mute. And so he uses the parrot he uses the parrot to communicate, but the parrot just says like one thing. I'm pretty sure that's what I understood. Kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy with Groot. Groot just says, I am Groot, but this is a parrot, and the parrot only says one thing, but I could be wrong. So yeah, and so they see the parrot and everything, and apparently that's like a sign, like, oh look! And so then that's how Elizabeth knows that everything's happening and everything. And so then he gets loose and everything, and then Elizabeth and Will are running around trying to save the day and everything. And earlier, in order to get, oh, I remember now. Okay, so as Elizabeth's wedding present from the dude that's trying to marry her, she only accepts because so she can get this thingy. She's like, yo, we should like let Jack like go get the thing or something like that. And so that means that she was gonna marry this dude, and Will is all, oh, sad day. And so then yeah, that happened. And so now she's like, and so now Jack is getting away and everything. And then she's like, guess what? I don't like you. Was his name Conrad?
No.
No, what was his name?
Norrington.
Norrington! Oh, that's so fancy. I feel like I need to drink some tea with my pinky up. Norrington. Oh. But anyway, so, she's like, I don't like you. And her dad's like, what? And then Will and Elizabeth are together, and it's like, I saw this coming from the first scene they were in together, like, psh, obviously, like, predictable much. And then I think it's over. I think that's where it ends. Oh, but Jack does get the Black Pearl, so yay. I think that's it.